India has been a major travel destination for the last 20 years. A large number of tourists coming into India are backpackers who choose to travel independently and cheaply. Lately, an increasing number of Indian tourists are choosing to travel the same way. Hostels such as Zostel catering to backpackers are gaining popularity and are changing the way tourists explore India. What is it about backpacking that seems to be attracting so many travelers?
Backpacking always seemed like a very enthralling thing to me while I was growing up. And it was also such a different experience for me when I first started backpacking. I was completely new to it and I carried a trolley bag with me, which was very different than what I saw most of the foreigners carrying. They had these big backpacks on with them, and I always wondered as a kid how heavy they must have been and what they must have been carrying in that, and how could they just like travel around the country with just one bag. Because when we traveled, we always had like 3-4 big bags with us, and my mother would insist that we must carry extra clothes all the time. So I wondered what kind of travel they would be doing.
When I'm traveling, I'm trying to understand the culture, I'm trying to meet the people who live in the country, and I feel that organized trips are mostly for tourists who will travel together. So I think that when I'm traveling by myself, I can go myself meet the culture and not stay among other foreigners that I could meet somewhere else.
So there are various reasons as to why I started backpacking in the first place. One was because I didn't have so much money to go to a lot of other places. Second, I usually travel with my sister and we really like nature, and we go to places which are pretty remote and don't have hotels, so well, we don't really have the option of not backpacking. Why I really like it is something I realized recently when I was traveling with a bunch of other people and we found it impossible to travel with them, was because we realized that we like things being really spontaneous. Like we like to whenever we want to move or just like stop, and I think backpacking really allows you to do that. You can settle down really fast and you can also wind up and move really fast. So that's really what I like about it.
The kind of people that you meet, like, because when you're backpacking, you're on a budget, so you're really, really stingy. Like, you eat the cheapest meals, you stay in the cheapest places, and then you always meet like-minded people. So I think that's the best about it. Like, you get to share stories with people and hear about their experiences. You have to make the most of what you have, so you can't go to like the Taj for lunch and dinner. Like, you have to go to like the dhaba outside the Taj and sit with the locals and eat. So I think, yeah, you do get a sense of what the place is about a lot more if you're on a budget, is what I think.
For many, backpacking is an escape from their everyday lives. Most backpackers choose this mode of travel to learn new skills and experience a different culture. But how safe and convenient is backpacking?
The problem what we getting with the foreigner people, they just going outside, people catch them and take them tourist office, and there is a scam, and they just misguide them, and they asking a lot money from them.
The biggest challenge is the transportation, because when you're backpacking, you're not planning ahead like 2 weeks ahead that you have to buy your train tickets. And in India, you have to plan to get a seat on the bus and on the trains. I think that there are challenges that are specific to women backpackers, but I think that this is true all around the world, like not only in India. And as soon as you respect some rules, if you know what to wear, when to be outside,
and how to behave when you're outside, it's safe.
Lady tourist, single tourist, lady tourist is not coming to Delhi, not coming to India. They are afraid. Very few. It is decreased by 80%.
As a guy, I don't think it's I don't find India dangerous at all because there are no guns and I also walk through random neighborhoods like in Delhi. I went through Begumpur, which is like a very like you go there where the Autowala lives and there's where like a bunch of goats. One time I went there, was it a Bakri Eid or whatever? So goats running around. They're going to butcher them the next day. And the next like 200 meters, there's a mandir there, people are doing puja, and I think that's just totally cool as opposed to, going to CP. I mean, I like that too, but I haven't gone to bar, but you wander in random neighborhoods, get to see the real people and the real culture.
So I guess some places can be not safe, like if you travel to Delhi, say for instance. But we usually travel to really small places, and we find that the smaller the places are or the higher up they are in altitude, the more removed they are, the nicer the people are.
Distances between countries and cultures have shrunk in the globalized world. Today, traveling and backpacking are easier than ever, but backpackers traveling in India still prefer to live in small, exclusive pockets in places like Dharamshala, Gokarna, and Hampi. Can these differences ever be bridged?